Welcome to Stuck Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott with Business Riff, and I want startups to be wildly successful. Some of the folks who have started businesses are veterans, people who were in the military, and they may have some unique challenges. And I'm so happy that I've got Dan Lauer here today from Maryville University, and we're going to be talking about some of the challenges for veterans. Thanks for coming, Dan.
Thanks for having me. Congratulations on what you do.
Thank you. So let's talk about veteran entrepreneurs. What are some challenges they tend to face?
So there's no assimilation back. There's a fitting back in. But entrepreneurs are like many. If you ask 8 out of 10 of them, 7 out of 10 of them, they want to pursue their own thing. They want to pursue the American dream. And like many, there's a lot of good ecosystem out there. There's good education programs. There's good networking. It's the early stage capital that is what I'm after. Because first and foremost, I'm an entrepreneur, and back in the day, I didn't have a rich uncle either. So in my kind of like fourth quarter, I want to do two things: coach and advise seekers and entrepreneur-minded folks, and for the most promising, get them the capital they need to buy the equipment and do the stuff.
Are there investors out there that specifically want to invest in veterans?
Yeah. So here's the other problem with entrepreneurship or an economic development perspective. 9 out of 10 of us fail. So the stats are bad, but from Techstars and Y Combinators and these tech funds, if you do an accelerator, you get capital so you can finish the code or open the business or buy the equipment, but you're also getting, in our case, 2 free interns, a faculty advisor to help you with QuickBooks or supply chain, alums to connect you to Schnooks or MasterCard or wherever you need to go, plus a mentor, plus an 8-week rigorous program. So it's that asking 400 people to apply, getting it down to 16, getting it down to 15, and then picking the 6 or 8 most promising and really plussing them up.
Okay, so doing an accelerator is something an entrepreneur should aspire to.
Absolutely. And what we're doing with veterans is we'll get 300 or 400 applications. We want to make sure we're touching their lives and providing value for them because we can only serve 6 or 8 each year. So we're talking to the ecosystem, Heroes Care and Kauffman Fund and all these others to plug them in on other things they might need. And we're doing information sessions because this is a competition. This is hard. There's 35 questions. And we want to have them have battle buddies. So if an entrepreneur goes on, a veteran, and they're on question 7 and they get stuck, we'll know that. And I want a veteran calling a veteran saying, "Hey, man, I noticed you got stuck. How can I help you with that?" The other thing we're going to do in this accelerator is information sessions. Because what I'm saying is, even filling out this application will help your business. Asks tough questions, and maybe it'll prepare you for next year. So we can only do 6 or 8 a year, but keep thinking, think growing, think doing. These accelerators are built off the shoulders of the others in the past, and we just want to learn kind of how to impact more so they're widely successful.
Right. And applying to accelerators, applying to programs where you get mentorship, if not cash and mentorship and all these other assistance, it's good to fill out those applications. It helps you really focus on
Yeah.
what it is you're solving, what problem you're solving, who you're solving that problem for, and what makes you unique in the way you're presenting your solution. Right, which is something that all startups need to do.
And again, I compliment this region. We're so rich in ecosystem and universities and people trying to support. What I want to do is imagine 6 or 8 veteran founders getting 50 grand equity free and what that does. So I honed that kind of expectation at UMSL, where we did an energy accelerator with Ameren. We did a Black and Brown founder accelerator. And these types of economic development things have a ripple effect across the economy, so we can grow our own here. So yeah, the questions are hard, but again, this is a competition, and we can only kind of pick the 6 or 8 best. So there'll be a Shark Tank, and we'll coach them before they get here, but these things aren't easy.
Right. And you should don't be afraid to apply more than once. I know there are folks who've applied to Arch grants 4 or 5 times before they finally get in.
And so the other part of this is at Maryville, we're doing entrepreneurship for all. So there's also for matriculating students, there's a certificate program and student clubs and clinics. But we also want to bring it out to the community because the goal is how can, higher ed's under attack right now. And so Maryville's like, how can we be essential to this region into entrepreneurship? And by exporting what we do, by going beyond our four walls in our campus, I think is a great way to support.
That's great. Are there government funds available for some of these programs?
There is, I mean, fundraising is always the hardest. And so it's aligning with sponsors who believe in the vision and understand that we're going from 1 out of 10 failing to 7 or 8 succeeding. So it's a good return on their investment. Now, this is pass-through philanthropy. We're not doing an equity fund in this case. So it's going to be companies and foundations and governments that, as part of their philanthropic pillar, want to support veterans.
Okay. And of course, that also gives veterans an in with the rest of the ecosystem.
Well, here's the other thing. I'm not a veteran. So the woman that we're partnering with, her name is Beth Sweet. She's a colonel. She was a colonel in the Army, a senior leader at NGA, and stood up the Defense Innovation Network. So we're bringing an experienced team and veteran talking to veteran, so that's a very authentic experience. And as you know, with entrepreneurs, same thing with the accelerators. It's about building a team, even us, to deliver something really effective, to make
Right.
sure that there's take-home value. So if I'm on milestone 3 and I go through this accelerator with this capital, I'm now at milestone 11. I want to accelerate that process. And so, I mean, look, accelerators are proven, and I think university accelerators have some secret sauce.
They do. And I always tell entrepreneurs you need at least 3 people on your team. You need a marketer, you need a lawyer, and you need an accountant because the marketing person helps you make money. The accountant helps you keep most of it, and the lawyer stops you from losing it.
You're a wise woman. So you're a voice of experience.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Dan Lauer. We'll put links and information and comments so people can follow up. And I wish you all the best with Maryville's new veteran accelerator.
Thanks for letting me share.
And I'm Mary Scott with Business Riff. I want startups to be wildly successful. One of the best things you can do to accomplish that is book a call with me at businessriff.com and join us again next time for Stuck Time to Improv.